When my uncle passed away, he left me his lakeside cabin, a rustic retreat nestled deep in the woods. I had fond memories of summers spent there as a child, and I thought a weekend getaway would be a welcome escape from my hectic life. The cabin was just as I remembered, with its cozy wooden interior and the gentle lapping of the lake against the shore. The first night, I enjoyed a quiet evening by the fire, the sound of crickets and the rustling leaves lulling me into a sense of tranquility. But as the night deepened, I started to hear a faint sound coming from outside. At first, it was a soft splashing, like someone wading in the water. I brushed it off as an animal and went to bed. Around midnight, I woke to the sound of footsteps on the porch. They were slow and deliberate, each creak of the wooden boards sending chills down my spine. I grabbed a flashlight and cautiously approached the front door. When I opened it, there was no one there, only the dark, still night. I tried to shake off the eerie feeling and went back inside, locking the door behind me. As I climbed back into bed, I heard a whisper, so faint I almost convinced myself I was imagining it, "Come to the water." The next morning, I decided to explore the lake, hoping some fresh air would clear my head. The day was uneventful, but as evening fell, I couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. That night, the footsteps returned, louder this time, pacing back and forth on the porch. The whispering followed, more insistent, "Come to the water." I couldn't ignore it any longer. I grabbed a lantern and stepped outside. The night was unnaturally silent, the air thick with tension. I followed the path to the lake, my heart pounding. As I neared the shore, the whispers grew louder, echoing in my ears. The lake was calm, its surface reflecting the moonlight. Then I saw something emerging from the water. At first, it looked like a person, but as it came closer, I realized it was anything but. The figure was pale and gaunt, with hollow eyes and a haunting, skeletal frame. It reached out to me with bony fingers, its mouth moving in silent whispers. Paralyzed with fear, I stumbled back, tripping over a rock and falling to the ground. The figure continued to approach, its whispers now a cacophony in my mind. I scrambled to my feet and ran back to the cabin, slamming the door shut behind me. For the rest of the night, I huddled by the fireplace, every creak and groan of the cabin setting my nerves on edge. At dawn, I packed my things and left, not daring to look back at the lake. I sold the cabin shortly after, never explaining the true reason for my haste. To this day, I can still hear the whispers, especially near bodies of water, and I know that whatever haunts that lake is still there, waiting for someone else to heed its call.